This is Melody from melodies-makings.com. Today I want to give you a quick peek into how to make a pom-pom. Now this is something that seems fairly straightforward. Pom-poms look easy to make, but I have had this question dozens of times, so if you do not know how to make a pom-pom, you are not alone. Yes! There are plenty of others out there who don't know how to make a pom-pom either, and that's what I am here to show you today. So I'm going to use a couple awesome yarns to give you a quick look into the process of making a pom-pom. Okay, so for this video, I'm just going to go ahead and use two super bulky yarns to make my pom-pom with. You can use any size yarn and any colors of yarn, however many colors you want to make your pom-pom more interesting. I'm just choosing super bulky because I think it's really easy to see for the video. You start making a pom-pom by wrapping around your fingers or around a tool. There is such thing as a pom-pom maker. I've just never wanted to invest in one, and hands are all you really need for a pom-pom. So I'm going to show you how to do it without a pom-pom maker. So all you do is you take your yarn and you wrap around however many fingers you want. If you are using one of my patterns, it will always tell you how many fingers to wrap around and how many times to wrap your yarn around your fingers. It just depends on what size of pom-pom you want. So the secret is, if you want a big, bulky pom-pom, you wrap around more fingers, or you can even use something like a cell phone to wrap around so that you can make it even bigger. If you want a smaller pom-pom, or you're using smaller yarn, things like that, then you choose 2 or 3 fingers to wrap around, and you don't wrap it as many times. If you want a fuller pom-pom, you wrap more times, and if you want a thinner, more floppy looking pom-pom, you wrap less times. So it gives you an idea of all the different types of pom-poms you can make. It's really quite limitless. So today I'm actually just going to wrap around a cell phone because I want a big, bulky pom-pom. And I'm just going to wrap a totally random number of times. Like I said, usually your pattern will designate how many times in order to achieve the same look that the pattern designer has in their photos. Mine all do anyways. But we're just doing this quick and easy. Whoopsie. You want to make sure you're wrapping loose enough that you'll be able to get all of these off later. So that's probably good, just a random number. Once you've got them all wrapped around, you just cut your yarn. And the next step is to cut yourself a piece of yarn that you're going to use for tying the pom-pom. So you want it to be fairly long, so that you have plenty of room to, 1, tie the pom-pom off with, but 2, to use it to connect to your project. Next, you take your yarn all wrapped around your whatever, your fingers, your phone, anything, and you just slide all of those loops off. Be careful to keep them all next to each other and in order still, and then you just go ahead and set that directly onto your string that you just cut for tying with. Get the string centered up in the middle of all of your loops and tie it super tight so you've got kind of almost a bow looking thing going on there. You do want to make sure it is nice and tight though. If you have a little finger around, I have a 4-year-old finger who likes to hold mine when he's around. Right now he is sleeping. But if you have a finger around to borrow like you would any bow, it might be good to have someone hold that so you can get it extra super tight. You then, once you've got that tied, go ahead and make sure that your ends are separated from all of your loops. You want to keep these away from your scissors and don't cut them, because this is what you're going to use to attach to your project. So for instance, this pom-pom would be for my Snow Bunny pom hat. And if I were going to attach it to my project, I'd use these ends. So I'm not going to cut them. I'm going to hold on to them at all times. Next, I just take my scissors and go ahead and go through the loops on one side of the pom-pom and cut them. It's kind of, when you're making a big bulky pom-pom like this anyways, kind of just working through all the loops. You basically just have to be careful not to cut that middle string that's tying them. Otherwise, you just cut every loop you come across. think we got all the loops on that side, and it looks a mess right now, but that's okay. Go back to the initial side and do the same thing. And after you get done cutting, you are going to have a super messy looking kind of blob. So your job then is to go back through the blob and cut all the ends even. Make sure all the loops are cut and up. Give it a little shake. And then we cut all the ends even. Which, just depending on what type of pom-pom you're looking for, you might even be looking for more of that floppy style, and that's fine if you are. I like to cut quite a bit of length off of my pom-poms though, to bring it in closer to the center and make it look more full and firm. So that's that. You just finish cutting those all up, and you will have a gorgeous pom-pom. Okay, so there you have it. It's as simple as that. Once you get all those ends trimmed, you're gonna have a gorgeous pom-pom, something like this one. It might be smaller, it might be bigger, you might have different weight yarn, different colors yarn. For instance, this is a worsted weight pom-pom. This one would go on the antenna of my Buzzy Bumble Baby set, and this one would be something more for the Snow Bunny Pom hat set. And like I said, yeah, pom-poms are just great embellishments. You can do them in any color, any style, and all you need is your fingers, maybe a phone if you want one, and some scissors. So it's really a fun embellishment to know how to do. So make sure you come over to my website today, www.melodies-makings.com, and sign up for the email newsletter, because you will get 2 free patterns when you do.